Shoutouts, welcome back to Mansell Media Corner, and today is another WWE DVD ranking of pay-per-views what I own in my collection. The year I'm covering today is 2014, and what a year for WWE 2014. You've got the rise of Daniel Bryan, the debut of Sting, and lots of great WWE moments. And also, I think this was the last appearance before a couple of years later of CM Punk. So, speaking of CM Punk, got 6 pay-per-views, by the way. In at number 6, I believe this was CM Punk's last WWE pay-per-view. It's the Royal Rumble 2014. Really strong undercard. You've got like Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt, I believe. The late great Bray Wyatt, can I say. Also got Brock Lesnar versus Big Show. I can't remember much about that match. And he also had, no surprise, Randy Orton versus John Cena. Decent match, but it is what it is with the two, you know. But the actual Royal Rumble match itself is a letdown. The fans wanted Daniel Bryan because he was so over with the WWE universe. And when, I believe it was Rey Mysterio or Batista who got one of the two got the last place, the fans just turned on the entire event. And I believe they cheered for Roman Reigns because of Daniel Bryan not being in the Rumble. But this is also famous for CM Punk having a concussion during the Royal Rumble match. But yeah, it's not the greatest Royal Rumble match of all time. Got to be one of the weakest Royal Rumble matches. But like I said, you know, the day after this, I think Punk got fired, or we walked out to the company. He hasn't been there since, unless he returns in November, I think, this year in Chicago at the Survivor Series, but who knows. But yeah, it's an okay-ish event. Then, in at number 5, I watched the tag team match that started the show, which was I believe the Usos versus Goldust and Cody Rhodes. I think his gimmick was Stardust. But this is Night of Champions 2014, headlined, I think this is just after SummerSlam, by John Cena and the Beast Incarnate himself, Brock Lesnar. I'm not too sure if this replaced the Great American Bash, but he had a segment involving it was then the Authority, one of the Authority leaders, which was Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Really good backstage segment. You got Rusev, now known as Miro, versus Mark Henry. Like I said, really good tag team match between Stardust and Goldust versus Usos. Really fun match. But yeah, this is Night of Champions 2014. Like I said, it's a really, really good show, and I think he had, I can't remember if it's Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz or R-Truth versus The Miz, but that was a decent match as well. Yeah, so that's in at number 5, which is Night of Champions. Then, in at number 3 is this pay-per-view, the Survivor Series 2014. This was the demise of the Authority, shall we say, but you can see on the cover it's the Crow's thing. This was his first WWE appearance, and it shocked the world because previously he was in World Championship Wrestling, and then I think it was TNA or it's now Impact, but he never went to WWE. But he had a really long Survivor Series elimination, which is John Cena, Big Show, Eric Rowan, I believe Dolph Ziggler's just recently let go of WWE. Was kind of the sole survivor. I can't remember what, I think it was Ryback versus Seth Rollins, Rusev, I think it was Corporate Kane, I think it was. I can't remember the teams, but it's a hell of a long match. But it made Dolph Ziggler the guy he is today. But he also had a really good feud between Dean Ambrose and the late great Bray Wyatt. We also had and the kick-off Survivor Series matches on this as well, so it's a DVD extra. It was Justin Gabriel versus Fandango. And I think Adam Rose and the Bunny, I can't remember who he was later versus Titus O'Neil and Heath Slater, but Adam Rose and the Bunny, I can't remember their gimmick now, but I think it was called the Rosebuds, but they had like future guys like Becky Lynch, I think Braun Strowman, and lots of other guys. So yeah, it's a decent Survivor Series. Very good ending with Dolph Ziggler going over. But yeah. Then, in at number 3, we got Payback 2014. As you can see, Triple H with this sledgehammer. This was one of the last times, pardon me, I think this is one of the last times he was a heel in the company. So now he was kind of trying to think. I know he was a heel in this one and Survivor Series, maybe TLC 2015 and 2016. But he had a segment involving, this is the one I'm getting, Brie Bella herself, Brie mode, slapping Stephanie McMahon over Daniel Bryan. It's going to come up shortly, but he had a really fun, no holds barred, 6-man tag elimination, which was The Shield, which was Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, now known as John Moxley, and the Tribal Chief himself, then known as the Big Dog, Roman Reigns versus Batista. Of course, famously had blue trunks, went all blue in this one. Randy Orton, and of course the cerebral assassin himself, Triple H. I think he had a last man standing match, which is quality, with John Cena and Bray Wyatt. He had a really good, I think this was for the US Championship, Cesaro versus Sheamus. It was like a tag team known as the Bar. He also had payback kickoff match including Mask versus Hair, which is El Torito versus Hornswoggle. And that was a fun match, I've got to admit. So yeah, that's Payback 2014. Then in at number 2 you had a, pardon me, got a bit of a sniffles, got a bit of a cold coming, but we've got in at number 2 anyhow. It's Elimination Chamber 2014. What a pay-per-view, and an awesome 6-man tag as well. Capped off in the Elimination Chamber, I think, Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, John Cena, Sheamus, and Christian, I think, and Randy Orton for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship inside the Unforgiven Elimination Chamber, which is 6 men. You also had a really awesome match with the Shield versus the White Family, which is the late great Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper. Also had Eric Rowan on that team as well, but he had the Usos versus the New Age Outlaws. Plus he had Batista versus Alberto Del Rio. But yeah, really strong pay-per-view, one of the best in 2014, which is the Elimination Chamber. And in at number 1, what a WrestleMania. The iconic ending of the streak. The moment the fans wanted since the Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan for the wins, beats the odds against Batista and Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. He had the first ever Andre the Giant Invitational Battle Royale. Had a really good match, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. And a really good Hall of Famer this year. He had the Ultimate Warrior, of course, which would later die a couple of days after this, or a week after. He had Carlos Colon, Lita, the Bad Guy Razor Ramon, Paul Bearer, Jake the Snake Roberts, Mr. T, I think went overtime or something along the lines, but You had a really good opening segment with three of the greatest of all time in the ring in terms of talkers. The modern era, the likes of the immortal Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and the People's Champion The Rock. So you had stuff like Brett versus the Rocket Ironheart. You had an awesome Daniel Bryan versus Triple H match. Had really good chemistry, and you could tell that, you know, Daniel Bryan's going into the Royal Rumble proper injured, but he defined the odds. Had an average 6-man tag, which is Cobra Kane and the New Age Outlaws. If you don't know, it's Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. Then, of course, the Shield, which is Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Then you had a really good Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale, which was won by Cesaro, I think. Then you've got John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Hell of a match. Of course, you had a really good Hall of Fame class in 2014. Of course, who remembers the day this happened? The streak ended. Beast Incarnate beat The Undertaker, but in fairness, I think The Undertaker did collapse after this match. I don't know if it was ever on a WWE DVD, but it's on YouTube and it just shows you Vince's reaction, and he's in shock himself, you know. He has to leave his gorilla position, as it's called. But then he also got the Vicky Guerrero Divas Championship Invitational, where I think it was AJ Lee with the Women's Divas Championship. And of course the iconic triple threat match. But then on disc 2 you mainly got, other than the main event WrestleMania matches, you've got disc 2, you got Lita, you got Jack the Snake Roberts, Mr. T, like I said, Paul Bearer, because I think Kane had to intervene with Mr. T, got too overexcited. But then on disc 3, you've got the likes of Razor Ramon, Carlos Colon, and of course the late great Ultimate Warrior. Then you've got WrestleMania pre-show, you've got the likes of the Usos, which are Jimmy and Jay, Los Matadors, which is Primo and Epico, the Real Americans. I can't remember who that is now. I don't think it was maybe in Cesaro, but it was Jack Swagger and somebody. If anyone knows, let me know. But you had Ryback and Curtis Axel. And I still did do this on the Hop and a Catch Top 30 Greatest WrestleMania Moments. This was like up to 2014. You got Hulk Hogan discusses WrestleMania. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon reveal the WrestleMania set. You also had Batista reflects on his return to WWE. Randy Orton speaks on becoming the face of WWE. The history of Andre the Giant. The Streak versus the Beast. Look at Hulk Hogan's storied career. John Cena confronts his fears, and AJ Lee versus World as like extras. So yeah, what a WrestleMania. Still to this day one of the best of all time. So I'm going to give a couple of shout outs to some of the guys. And the shout out goes to the number one at the moment, Beat Down Bunny. I know he's covering like WWE DVD ranking one he's got. He's got a lot of, he's got more pay-per-views than I've got. From like years like 2002, etc. And we got Nathan, the wrestling guy. Then we got my very good friend Rebecca Lou. I'll leave a link in the comments to subscribe to her channel. Really, like I say, really inspirational person. You know. But then, of course, the guy who inspired me to do YouTube. It's not what you think when you think about who inspired a lot of the guys in the BlueTube community. It's Big Paul. It's not. I love Big Paul, don't get me wrong, but it's all Jim Jam movies and TV. Without him, I don't know what I'd be doing now. But probably still watching YouTube, etc. But the guy inspired me to do videos, to do my own channel, etc. So, yeah, and then there's also Scottish Geek guy. He loves his wrestling as well. So, yeah. And also, we got to mention Tweet Wrestling and Wrestling Bios. Hell of great YouTubers. I love watching Wrestling Bios because he's covering the Reliving the War. If you don't know, it's War versus Night, and he just covered the epic January the 4th, 1999 episodes of War versus Nitro. What a video it was. So yeah, please like, share and subscribe to Mansell Media Corner, and I'll be back for another epic video later on. And if you don't know, guys, I'll be doing a Q&A video, so if you want to ask me any questions to do with wrestling or media, go ahead. I will answer it as much as I can, even if it's what I think of the releases, what just happened in WWE, etc. So yeah, what I'll do, guys, I'll leave a link in the comments section for you guys. So thank you for watching the channel, and thank you for my subs. It means a lot. So anyhow, thank you and goodbye, guys. Cheers.